An early childhood education program called Head Start, which serves tens of thousands of California's most vulnerable kids, is in a fight for its survival. And now a bipartisan group of state lawmakers is asking California's members of Congress to save the program. ABC 10's Becca Hobecker joins us in studio tonight. Becca, we know that Head Start, it really relies on federal funding.
Yeah, it definitely relies on federal funding. A Head Start, a free program serving low-income 0 to 5-year-olds nationwide, is funded by the federal government. It's been around for 60 years, but now that funding is uncertain.
Head Start classrooms are bustling centers of learning and laughter, nutrition and nurturing.
Like an apple.
This is a Head Start classroom in Sacramento ABC 10 visited earlier this year.
Maurice is making a prediction, which is an educated guess.
For 6 decades now, nationwide, Head Start has been serving America's lowest income kids, ages 0 to 5.
We serve folks, for the most part, living under the federal poverty line.
Melanie Cottrell is executive director of Head Start California.
We served just a little over 80,000 kids last year. We educate kids, yes, but we also provide nutrition services, health services, family support services, and we really are an economic engine for this country.
California receives $1.5 billion annually in federal Head Start funding through the Department of Health and Human Services. But now that's in jeopardy.
Early in April, there was a leaked draft of the president's budget that would have eliminated Head Start. Last Friday, the president's skinny budget was released, and that skinny budget has a list of programs to eliminate, but that list no longer includes Head Start. But we still do not have an actual funding number in the president's budget.
Given the uncertainty, a bipartisan coalition of state lawmakers wrote a letter to California's members of Congress, urging them to continue funding Head Start.
Signed by over 3/4 of the legislature. That is probably the most bipartisan letter and issue that we have worked on in years.
Lawmakers and supporters voiced their concerns in a news conference this week.
I was a Head Start kid, raised in rural California by a single mom who worked 2 jobs just to keep the lights on and put food on the table. I know firsthand what Head Start means to families like mine. It was a lifeline.
The program has long been in the crosshairs of the conservative Heritage Foundation, which cites a 2010 and 2012 report from Health and Human Services, showing, among other outcomes, that by 3rd grade, Head Start had little to no impact on cognitive, social, emotional, health, or parenting practices of participants.
The study the Heritage Foundation is looking at does say that by 3rd grade, it looks like Head Start kids no longer have an advantage. And the Heritage Foundation seems to be drawing the conclusion that that means that Head Start doesn't work. I would challenge that and say, think about this. If you're not in Head Start, it takes your kid until 3rd grade to catch up to Head Start kids.
She urges anyone who wants to save Head Start funding to call their members of Congress.
Now, while Head Start does continue to operate here in California, several regional Head Start offices were closed nationwide earlier this year, including one that serves California as part of a broader cut at the Department of Health and Human Services. Now, advocates warn nearly 1,000 Head Start workers here in California have received notification their jobs could be eliminated if federal cuts do happen. Alex.